So there's a right way to critique the media and there's a wrong way to critique the media. This is what I talk about all the time. The right wing wants to destroy the media because they want to replace it with their propaganda. They don't believe in facts. They attack everything that brings you facts. Media, professors, scientists, etc. Right? Those of us on the left who do, yes, criticize the corporate media, we do it so that we make it better because we absolutely need media. We need objective fact gathering. So now, the guys on the right, like Nick Fuentes, do not agree. He's on a show on a network, ironically called The Right Side. Agree to disagree. First of all, he talks about the First Amendment. Get a load of this knucklehead and his complete misunderstanding of what America's all about. Watch.
The First Amendment was not written for Muslims, by the way. It wasn't written for a barbaric ideology that wanted to come over and kill us. It was written for Calvinists. It was written for Lutherans and Catholics, not for Salafists, not for Wahabists, not for the Saudi royal family. Don't think the founders had that one in mind. And it also was intended for citizens, not for immigrants. You know, if the First Amendment protected everyone's right to have their religion and express it in every country, we'd have our police in the Congo or in Uganda fighting against the Lord's Resistance Army.
I love the smugness while saying the most horrific and incorrect things. I'm pretty sure the Constitution says you shall not establish a religion, that the state is not allowed to do that. So that would mean that it is not just for Calvinists. It would mean that it is for all religions and no religions. In fact, the founding fathers that he so smugly and incorrectly quotes said this is in no way a Christian nation. They even said in the Treaty of Tripoli that Mohammedan, as they called them back then, are just as welcome here as any religion. So your facts, unsurprisingly, are completely wrong. But I wouldn't bother doing that story. A lot of right-wing idiots are completely wrong about that because they want a theology. They're the American Taliban. If they could, they'd rip our Constitution apart and put in their own fundamentalist beliefs, kind of like Sharia law. But that's not why we're doing the story. We're doing it because of what he says next. Listen.
Why don't we hear about it in the mainstream media? Why don't we don't hear about it on Fox News, by the way, either? And why not? Who runs the media? Globalists. Time to kill the globalists. I don't want to not watch CNN. I don't want CNN to go out of business. I don't want CNN to be more honest. I want people that run CNN to be arrested and deported or hanged.
So is there a difference between the right wing and the left wing? Yeah, you betcha. So ironically, this is what the mainstream media gets wrong. They constantly do neutral reporting rather than objective reporting. Objective reporting is this guy's a nut. He doesn't understand the Constitution. In the Constitution, you don't have to call him a nut. You leave that to me. But you do have to report that in the Constitution it says you shall not establish a religion. That is not what the country's about. He is 100% wrong factually, right? But the mainstream media oftentimes go, well, he said this and she said that. Republicans say this, Democrats say, who's to know who's right and who's wrong? The left wing say we should make the media better. The right wing say we should all be murdered. I don't know. I can't tell who's right and who's wrong. I'll tell you who's right and who's wrong. Nick Fuentes is wrong. Even his own employers were like, oh, talk of killing them. We shouldn't, that's not the part we say out loud. So the CEO of Right Side Broadcasting Network, which I've never heard of, then put out this statement right away. He said, it has come to our attention that one of our hosts, Nick Fuentes, made some inappropriate comments, you think so? Regarding CNN and others on one of his shows earlier this week. Though we believe Nick's comments were made in jest, did it really look like he was joking? It didn't look like that at all. They are still unacceptable, inappropriate, and do not reflect the view of our team here at Right Side. We are currently reviewing the matter and will handle it internally. By the way, to give you a further sense that he wasn't joking, his producers later went on to retweet someone congratulating him for those comments. Oops. And then when they realized, oh, he could get fired from this non-existent network, whoever the hell these folks are, they're like, oh, okay, panic, and then they deleted that tweet. You know we can see the deleted tweets. I don't think the right wing has caught on to that. They're not very good with technology. Okay, so yes, mainstream media, there is a giant difference between the two sides. I know that oftentimes you don't believe us, but we're actually trying to make you better. And you might find that smug or patronizing, but I give what I hope is a constructive critique. Say, here's what's wrong and here's how I think is a smart, reasonable, an objective way of fixing it. Whereas these nut jobs, they've got no good intentions towards you. If they had it their way, well, they don't believe in democracy. They'd rip the press apart and they'd rip our government and our secular way of doing things completely apart, because that's not who they are. They're fundamentalists, and fundamentalists are driven by different intentions altogether. Corporate media is awesome.
Wrong.
Independent media is the way to go.
Believe me, believe me.
Support independent media right now. Become a Young Turks member. tytnetwork.com/join.